name is Miss Chelsea, and for today I will be working on your Tinker Tuesday project with you. We are going to be making a Through the Keyhole art project, and basically what that is it's an imagination piece. So similar to kind of like those old doors, if you were to look through the door's keyhole, what would you see on the other side? Now you can take it very literally and look through the keyhole and find something that is like what is in the room. Or if you kind of wanted to, similar to Alice in Wonderland, when they look through the keyhole, she sees some incredible stuff on the other side. Maybe it's something that is a magical land or a different world or something like that. I have in my art journal that I have been making over at my site. We did this project a little while back and thought it would be kind of fun to do with everyone. So I did a if I was to go on an adventure, maybe a cabin or something like that, if I looked out the cabin's keyhole, I would see our camping and the mountains and all of that stuff in the background. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this project. So what we are gonna do is find a page that is blank and we are gonna get started. I like to do it with a gray or a lighter color, so you can go back in and fill in once you have the idea of what you're trying to make. One thing that may make it easier for you is to do it with a pencil first. I'm just gonna freehand it, but I'll show you what two different pages look like. So what you can do first, if you're not sure how to do this, is make a bunch of circles kind of going around just to see what fits best. I kind of like the outline of this circle. And then what you could do is add a triangle on the bottom and do it a couple times just to see the space that you want. Maybe I want it a little longer and I bring it down more. Okay, and then since I'm not doing it in pencil, you know, obviously I can't erase, but I will show you what the outline looks like. So we've got our circle and our triangle, and now I'm going to go over the top with a black so you can see what it would look like if you had erased the other lines. So like this, and like this. And then where it's dotted, that would be what you erase normally. And then you would erase all of this. Okay, so this would be our keyhole. Now I'm just gonna do that on the next page. And just freehand it kind of quickly. Okay, not perfect, but good enough. Okay, and then I'm gonna add this just to make it a little thicker to add some dimension on the side, and I'll color that in later. So I will think of what I would see on the other side. I kind of want it to be a little silly, so maybe what I will do is I will do maybe like a candy land, kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I think we'll do our chocolate river. Here's the river. Color that in. Use the thicker side. Okay. Chocolate river is pretty much finished. And then I think I'll go in with some bright colors, maybe like an orange. And we will do maybe some orange flowers that will taste like oranges. So the more creative you get with it, do something silly, do something that's really imaginative, it makes the project a lot more fun. And then I'll come in with a lighter orange to color that in. This yellow would be good. I saw some kids that did There are projects where they did their house, maybe of their bedroom. Some people did something a little bit more creative, and they did a galaxy. So they were looking out of their space window, maybe an adventure or a memory of something that you've done. And then I'll make this kind of like this. Some blue stems just to be a little different of our flowers. And then I was thinking about Skittles, so maybe we could do some Skittles rocks on the ground. The red flavor is probably my favorite. And do that, like so. And add in a couple of different colors. Do some green. Okay, can't forget the purple ones, probably a darker purple. There's our Skittle rocks. Okay. Then what I think we'll do is something to go up in the air. Maybe like a chocolate waterfall would be kind of cool. So here's our chocolate and it's falling into the water down here. Maybe some drip marks. And then I'll come into it with a lighter brown to fill that space in a little bit. We'll do this one. I like to fill in all the white space just to really test your creativity, see what you can add in between the space. So there's our chocolate waterfall. And then next, I think it would be cool if we did some large candy, like lollipops. So here's a big one, maybe lollipop trees. And we'll do one maybe in blue, just to make that one. And then we can do one in like a purple, a smaller one. Okay. And then I'll kind of color these in with a green just to offset the color. Okay, and then I will add a stem to each of them with this gray. Like that. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna add in some grass. If you've seen that movie, the older one kind of looks a little scary, to be honest, but the new Willy Wonka movie is kind of cool. So they had some grass that you could eat, different things that just really looked really good. I would have liked to go there in real life. Okay, so there's that. And then what I will do is I'm gonna color in the background a little bit. I think we'll do a gray just to kind of match that wall behind, like this. Now you can do this in marker, you can do it in colored pencil, even black and white would be kind of cool, with just regular graphite pencil. Up to you. I like to use markers because I love how bright they look, that you don't have to really press hard, that the color is really consistent. We'll color this in this way. It's actually kind of making me hungry. So I'm sure being at home, not getting to go to school and stuff, it's kind of gets to be maybe a little a little less imaginative. So really challenge yourself to try to think of something that maybe you're not looking at every day. Maybe it's not your house. Maybe it's something that, like school. Maybe you missed school and you want to draw what your classroom looks like from memory. Or if you wanted to draw a place that you've never been but you've always wanted to go to, that would be kind of cool. Even a place that doesn't ever, like it doesn't exist. That's always really interesting too, to see what your mind can just come up with. Creativity, using your imagination. Really good to keep your brain working. All right. And that's that. And then as you notice, there's a lot of white space on the outside too, so I can kind of make that look like something. So on the front of my art journal, I've got kind of a wooden cover that I made. So I'll kind of do something similar maybe, make it look a little bit like wood. And then do this. I like the idea of doing an art journal because then all of your art pieces are in one place. Something I can write in, I can draw, I can do different coloring. I've even like pasted in some things too, so gluing in different items that you think look cool. All right, let's see. Try that right there. Doesn't have to be perfect, kind of just fun to do. I like coloring anyway. Very relaxing. Sound of a marker. Darker brown. Doesn't really look like wood, but that's okay. It's better than just leaving it white. Looks interesting. Kind of mixing the colors here. Like so. Okay. And then do one more light color over here on the edge, just to bring it all the way. Okay, and then lastly, what I'm gonna do is fill in that space, like I said, to add that dimension. So it's gonna look kind of like a more of a 3D look to it. So if I bring this over and color it in, it's gonna look like there's actually a little bit of space in between the keyhole of where I'm looking and then the actual room or space on the other side of what I was looking at. Put some shadow in here, a little bit of thicker line coming into the thin lines like that. Do a little bit more at the top like that. And kind of bring it around just to make this look a little more thick as well. Okay. Alrighty, and it looks like it needs a little bit more of a light green. Do the lightest green just to fill in that last bit of white space down here. That's not quite light enough, so I'm gonna look for maybe like a light, this lightish yellow. Kind of looks cool. on this part. Okay, and I will write, just so I remember what I was looking at, maybe peek in. Peek in to see Willy Wonka's land, the factory. Okay, and that is it for my through the keyhole art. Again, you can make it something very silly, something that's not real, or you can do something that's a little bit more like something I've done in the past. This was done with colored pencil to make it a little bit more realistic, a little bit more texture to it. Totally up to you how you want to do it. But that concludes today's Tinker Tuesday project, or through the keyhole art. If you would like to do this project, I'd really love to see what you all have been working on. Make sure that you email them to us, or send pictures, even a video of yourself making your project, so I can see what kind of creativity we've got out there. Perfect, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye. Beow.